Hi guys, it's about 9:20 Eastern, it's about 8:20 Central on this Monday, November 5th, 2012. I'm Stephen Boyle. Well, we do have a major nor'easter heading towards the Northeast and New England. And this is prompting high wind watches out there. Guys, a lot of people are probably going to comment here and all this other stuff, but I am thinking that this storm will be snow for a lot of people. Well, at least there will be some form of snow that falls in a lot of cities. And I do believe that this snow will accumulate. Not necessarily in the biggest cities, but I do believe that we will get accumulation on grassy surfaces in the bigger cities. Not only that, but areas more inland will see accumulation on the surface as well. Folks, this is going to be a very intense storm. And let me tell you something here. I am looking at all of the guidance here, and there is no guidance here that suggests that there won't be any snow, at least at this particular point. So let me get you here into my area, and we're going to, again, a high wind watch. Some areas could be picking up 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts in localized regions here within that high wind watch. This is in my area. Okay, now notice how they say rain and snow on Wednesday. Then Wednesday night they have rain, Thursday night rain. Well, so you'd think with normal meteorology, very sensible, very common sense sort of meteorology, that if you live in northeastern New Jersey, this is going to be rain for them. Or at least just rain and snow on Wednesday. No, absolutely not. Notice how they're rain and snow Wednesday night, and Thursday, and then by Thursday night they change over to rain. And you'd think, well, maybe Hartford is the same, and yeah, they are the same because they're within the same forecast area. But notice how this is Hartford is in the same forecast area as I am. You start going down into a different forecast area, and notice how there's Wednesday night, and Thursday, and then by Thursday night it changes over to rain. So right now, to be very honest with you, the forecast offices are not in agreement. Okay, so KBOX, which is the National Weather Service out of Taunton, and then the National Weather Service out of New York City are not in alignment with each other. And what is that creating? Well, that's creating a very big issue, because the information that KBOX is giving out is not meteorologically aligning up to what the National Weather Service out of New York City is saying. So this is not good. Okay, and a lot of people are getting misinformation. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of comments here saying, oh, well, the Weather Channel for me is saying no snow. And I'm going to say that if you, other than on the Cape, other than on eastern Long Island, and other than on extreme southeastern part of Virginia, there will be at least some form of snow that falls during this event. Okay? If you live inland, you will see snow, and it will accumulate. It's not going to just be in the higher elevations. All right, and I know that there's a lot of people who are going to come out here and tell me, hey, Stephen, my local forecast or my local weather station is saying no snow. They're saying all rain. Or the Weather Channel is saying all rain. Or all of these other places are saying all rain. To be very honest with you, it's just not accurate. It's very inaccurate at this particular point. And even the National Weather Service out of Boston or Taunton is not handling this properly. So I will show you the page that I'm looking at. Okay, I'll try to give you here the most accurate information I can give you with this particular storm. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the NAM. Now, before I start showing you the models here, if any of you ever, and I encourage you, if you ever have any doubts about my forecast, if you think, oh, this kid is wishcasting, please, I encourage you to join the chat room that we have up here. Not me. A NOAA meteorologist has created a chat room, and that chat room is used for weather. So if you ever have any doubts on my forecast, you can go ahead and ask the NOAA meteorologist or myself, and I can explain to you in words, or I can explain to you personally, and sort of be able to clear things up here. So, I urge you to join the chat room, because it will definitely help you. So, overall, southern New England is under a hazardous weather outlook, which is good. Now, this is the NAM model, okay? Now, this is from the 12Z NAM, all right? Now, the 18Z NAM, I believe, is suffering from what we call convective feedback issues, because they show... Now, it makes a little sense, but to be honest with you, I don't see it at this particular point, but they do show a very major snowstorm on Long Island. That at this particular point, I don't see. I do see there could be a major snowstorm in northern New Jersey. That is a possibility. But at this particular point, I don't see it happen in New York City. I believe that's a model issue that needs to be resolved. So that was from the 18Z NAM. That's why I'm not showing you that model. However, if you look at this wide swath of snow in here, that is about, this dark blue is about 4 inches. This is about 5 inches, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can see anywhere between 3 to 9 inches within this whole entire region. All right, and even 1 to 3 through these areas. Okay, 1 to 3 through these areas. Now, remember I said closer to the coast there still will be snow, and I believe that the NAM is a little too far west with this, but to be honest with you, this is still very good. This is not, totally inaccurate, but it does need a little tweak in here, but it's fairly good. I would say this should be shifted a little bit more eastward. And once they do that, that will be perfect. This is the GFS. This is the 18Z GFS. Now, the 18Z GFS is pretty much spot on when it comes in terms of what they're predicting here. All right, this is exactly what I'm talking about. All right, they have down in southern New Jersey, in northern New Jersey, a 1 to 3 inch storm. Okay, all right, and then they have a massive snowstorm going through central Massachusetts. Okay, again, this is 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches. This is 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, and then this light blue is 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So between the Berkshires, and a lot of people are saying, the Berkshires are going to get more, but believe it or not, with this particular model run, and this is the GFS, which was originally saying that most of the snow would happen in the Berkshires, is now saying that the Berkshires will be getting about 2 to 3 inches of snow, with 4 to, we'll say, 7 inches back in central to western portions of Massachusetts. Okay, so we'll see what happens with this, all right? But to be very honest with you, this is definitely what I'm seeing for a situation shaping up here. Definitely what I'm seeing. And again, that's not the only model. Let's look at the Canadian here. Okay. What is the Canadian showing? Well, it's showing a very similar situation. All right. Here is the Canadian. Here is the low pressure. This is at 976. Okay. This little band of precipitation here is going to be snow. Okay, let's see what happens as we move onward. continues to be snow for all of these areas. All of these areas would be snowing. Okay? Snowing. Snowing. It stays snow for the whole storm in Massachusetts. So that's the Canadian. Now, how can I tell? Well, if you look at this dark blue line that indicates the line between rain and snow. All right? Now, this is about 1 to 3 inches of snow. This is about 1 to 3. Another 1 to 3. We'll say 3 to 5. So do the math here. 1 to 3, 3 to 5. Then we'll say about 1 to 3. And then that exits out. Some areas could be picking up close to, I mean, we have to see what happens, all right? But I think that the chances of 6 inches of snow is very likely into a lot of areas. 6 inches of snow is absolutely likely. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys what the European model is saying, and I am totally 100% on board with this. And again, the Canadian is saying the same thing pretty much. Essentially a 6-inch snowstorm for people who are in anywhere between northern New Jersey and Massachusetts. Okay. Locally higher amounts through these areas. Even though that the Euro shows higher amounts down here, I think, believe it or not, this energy that's down here will probably get transferred up into the will be transferred farther north in the next model runs. The NAM had the energy right in here. I believe this energy will get transferred. Could it stay here? Absolutely, absolutely. I've also been I've noticed many different areas where this energy may be. I've seen this energy not be here. I've seen it be here. I've seen it be down here towards New York City. So I would say in these general regions. I've also seen it in southern Vermont as well, so that's why I'm also shading in southern Vermont. So in these general regions, except for Long Island, is where I see where possible additional energy could be brought into the storm, and where higher amounts could fall. So generally between New Jersey and western portions, central portions of Massachusetts, southwest New Hampshire, or southern Vermont. Now, where did I get my information of where the Cape and portions of southern portions of Virginia and the Delmarva are not going to get any rain or any snow here out of this? Look at this. This is right from the European. Okay, so the areas I circled are the areas not picking up snowfall with this. All the other areas are shaded. All the other areas are shaded. All right, you can see that here. All right, so these people who are saying, "Oh, it's going to be just a little bit of snow for Massachusetts," I don't see that. To be honest with you, I don't see that. I don't see it. All right, maybe I'm reading the models wrong. All right, maybe there's something I'm missing. But to be honest with you, when you have and here's what people aren't getting here is that this storm has a lot of energy with it, and when this snow comes down, okay, at first it may not accumulate, but as it continues to come down, it's going to cool the ground. And not only that, but you know how many frosts and hard freezes we've been getting, particularly in these regions. We've been getting a lot of very hard freezes over the past several nights. Not only that, but we're getting it tonight. We're going to be going into some areas maybe picking up close to record territory. And not only that, we'll be yet again seeing another hard freeze tomorrow night. So trust me, that ground is plenty cold enough for snow to accumulate. Plenty cold enough. We've been seeing lows below freezing over the past several nights. Highs only getting up into the 40s during the day. So trust me, this snow will accumulate on the ground. And it will be cool enough in the lower elevations to accumulate. If we didn't see these frosts and freezes so often here over the past several days, this situation probably wouldn't be as severe or to this particular magnitude, but we have seen these frosts and freezes preceding the storm. So that's why I'm thinking the chances of accumulating snowfall is a lot greater, especially since some areas will be nearing records tonight. Areas here into portions of New England won't be getting out of the teens, to be very honest with you. So this sort of situation is not going to just be for the higher elevations. If you hear that, it's pretty much a bunch of baloney, what you can essentially call it. And again, when I said that the snow will be going to coastal regions, I meant it would be going to coastal regions. I wasn't fooling you here. They do have Boston in about a 1 to 3 inch snowfall. Again, I'm not sure. All right, I'm not sure where some of these people are getting their information, because all of the models I'm looking at are not indicating rain, all rain event. And actually, it's indicating to me that New Jersey through inland Massachusetts, through the majority of New England, will be an all snow event. So I just don't see what they're trying to say. Now, finally, I'm going to be showing you a graphic that the meteorologist put up. And these are thermals. All right, these are thermals. This is on Facebook. These are thermals. Now, notice how we have a nice big trough, and this is when the storm is going to hit. This is at 60 hours. Okay. Now, notice how there's a little bit of additional cold energy here down into parts of New Jersey. Again, I believe some of that could be pulled up into parts of New England as well, which will add to the accumulation amounts here. So again, stand by, because I believe that we will be talking about some pretty good amounts of snow here. So that is again what I'm thinking. And again, these thermals right now are supporting snow. They are definitely supporting snow. For all regions from Maine down through Virginia, other than absolute coastal regions, okay, like the areas I just mentioned. All right. So here's my thinking. Okay, here is my thinking. Again, another aspect I haven't really mentioned yet is the winds. The winds, or I did mention it, but it's not something I really stuck on here, but I do want to mention it. There will be very heavy winds. In some areas that do pick up snow, it could be creating near whiteout conditions. So just bear that in mind. And not only that, but areas close to the coast could be talking about some coastal flooding here yet again. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your mind here. Again, an all snow event for these regions. Okay, an all snow event. For those of you who are in the pink, all right, there will be periods where it could be rain, where it could be snow. All right, could all of these areas pick up a coat into 3 inches? No. All right, but I do anticipate at least a coating. And could some of these people, especially towards the southern regions of this, pick up all of them pick up 4 to 8 inches? Probably not. But I'm basing my predictions here off of the European model, which we all know that the Euro has been absolutely phenomenal with their forecasts lately. So again, folks, I am just very confident about this at this particular point. I am very confident to say that snow will fall from northern New Jersey all the way to northern Maine, and I'm pretty confident to say that from Philly down through Virginia, we'll see some form of snow out of this particular situation. And this will be a heavy, wet snow, just to remind everybody. So if you do see snow, This will be a very, very heavy wet situation, so possible power outages are definitely likely with this particular situation. Just to remind everybody, I'm going to go back to the Euro for a minute here. Notice how this is where the area of intense, I guess you could say intense cooling would be taking place. And this is the energy that I was talking about. This is due in part to the dynamic cooling. Where this happens, I'm not sure at this particular point. Again, it could be in a few different areas, but where it does occur, there will be a bomb of snow, and it will come down very rapidly. This could happen in New Jersey, the Delmarva, the Philly area. It could happen into parts of western New England, central New England. Central southern New England. When I say central southern, I mean like these areas. Okay, western New England. It could happen into these areas. It could happen right on top of New York City. I am not sure where this dynamic cooling will take place, but I'm gonna say if you live between New Jersey and western interior portions of Massachusetts, you have a very high chance of possibly talking about enhanced amounts of snow. We're gonna have to really monitor the situation here. Again, where it does happen, we could be talking about 6 to 12 inches of snow. So it's definitely going to be crucial. And again, this is heavy, wet snow. So this is not going to be the type of snow that it's going to be pleasurable to shovel. It'll be very pasty. It'll be very destructive to trees. And remember, the winds will be blowing as well, so it'll be near blizzard conditions. It's going to be a pretty major situation here. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind here. So, folks, we're getting down to it. Okay, this will not happen on Election Day, so you guys can all go out and vote. There is no problem with that. But after that, you're going to want to probably try to hunker down very quickly and definitely be prepared. So, guys, I am going to leave you off with that. All right. Actually, I'll leave you off with my forecast here again. A 90% confidence at this particular point. All right. So, guys, that's it. That is my update. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this. This is my newest. These are my newest thoughts. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll try to update things tomorrow. Have a great one.